What's up, Trainiacs? In this third video in the series of looking back on 2018, I got to thinking, what were my favorite products? What's my favorite gear that I've got to try over the course of the year? So I thought back, and there are 7 standout products that were either a surprise or lived up to their expectations that I look back and I was like, yes, that is some good gear. And I'm gonna shock you, that's not on the list, although I do love it. It is beautiful. Let's get into the list. First off, for starters, I want to thank all of you for tuning into these videos. The reason that I'm able to bridge the gap between companies wanting to get their stuff out to people, me being able to try it, and bringing it to you to let you know what I think about it. Is it worth buying? Is it worth trying? What are the things that you should be aware of? I kind of look at myself as like a filter for these products to you, and the only reason that I'm able to do that and try all these things and let you know if they do live up to their hype is because you all pay attention. So thank you all so very much, and of course thank you to the companies that allow me to try this. Some of these products, yes, are sponsors of us, but I will reiterate, as I always do, we never take on any sponsorship from a company that has a product that we don't use and are massive fans of day to day. So every single one of these products is something that I am gaga over. Secondly, you probably will notice that most of the reviews of products that I talk about are extremely positive. For every one video that I do that is extremely positive, there are probably 2 to 3 products that I've tried and I haven't even talked about at all. And the reason that I don't tell you about these products that I don't like is because I just want you to know that my recommendations are of the products that I cover, and I don't need to slander companies out there that put out something that's substandard, because they'll get coverage however they get coverage. It'll be out there. I don't need to bring down their product. I want to spread positive vibes, all right? So in a lot of cases, I just say, you know what? I can't say amazingly good things about it, so I don't. Now, let's get into the list of the 7 products that I was most excited about this year. Now, I said it is not the Ventum bike behind me. However, the new Ventum NS1 road bike, OMGbus. Holy smokes. I'm gonna be honest with you. This bike, I have grown to absolutely love it. I think it's the best performing tri-bike out there. The numbers often prove that, but I get it. It doesn't look amazing. It's certainly grown on me. You slap a decal on there in the whole Trainiac pattern, I think it looks pretty good, but I get why people aren't a big fan of it. So when they told me in December of 2017 that they were coming out with a road bike, I was like, yeah, well, you know, I hope it looks nice. When I saw it in Kona, it surpassed so much of my expectations. To be an aero bike, apparently very fast, a stiff bike, puts it down a lot of power when you start torquing the bike from side to side, is only 15 pounds while still being stiff, still being aero, has disc brakes so I can take weight out of the circumference of the rim, adding to the performance of the bike, has clearance for 32 mil tires, which I can use in a cyclocross, on gravel, all of these things. I'm like, and whoa, and it is so well integrated that when you look at the bike, you can't see a cable. All of the bolts, even like the seat post, you know, seat post going in, and often there's a bolt that comes down to hold it into place. Well, this bolt is underneath the top tube. So they've done all these small little things just to make it the slickest bike. Previously, I thought one of the slickest bike out there was the Canyon Air Road. This is very much like the Canyon Air Road, but even all of the subtle things that still kind of seem like this is patched onto the Canyon Air Road, they are now all integrated and slicker with the Ventum NS1. I think I am going to be lucky enough to start riding one in February or March when they come out. Second thing that I was amazingly mind blown from is Zwift. Yeah, I started trying it in October of 2017 when I got a Wahoo kicker to try, and I was instantly blown away. Used it throughout last year. You know I'm a big fan of Zwift, but what really surprised me with it is that even when it was nice outside, I started thinking about doing more and more of my workouts on Zwift. By the way, if you don't follow me already, follow me at first name is T, last name is Triathlon space Taren. Go find me on Zwift. We are going to be holding more regular Zwift rides coming up in 2019. But Zwift, the quality of the workouts, the interaction with the bike, having to shift while having the display on screen that has like just perfectly displayed all of the metrics that you could want, being able to pump tunes and not have to listen to Zwift, I find it one of the most incredible training tools that I have right now. And frankly, it has renewed, well, not even renewed because it was never around, but it has kindled a massive interest and dedication to indoor training that I've never had. So much so that one of these bikes is like, well, actually like one of their demo, like cheap ones, is gonna be on its way so that I can just plop that on the trainer and I never have to worry about taking a bike off the trainer or taking a fully built up bike apart and putting it on the trainer. So I am probably going to be spending more time on Zwift going forward because it's always going to be set up for Zwift. That's how big a fan I am of it. Zwift. Next is the GoPro Hero 7, GoPro Hero 5. It was the camera we love to hate. I could take it underwater, I could take it on a run, I could shove it into a mitt when I was going for a winter run, I could put it in just a tiny little pocket. It was fine. However, the picture never looked really good. When I would run with it, the picture was super shaky. The battery life, well, it still sucks. The audio on it, terrible. Fast forward to the GoPro Hero 6. It's like, oh, well, they fixed some of the things, but then all of a sudden in low light, it looked like absolute shirt. And then the 7 came out and like, all right, you know what? Fool me once, GoPro. I'm not falling for it again. But then I started seeing the footage that came out. And I'm like, if this is for real, this is a game changer. Bought the GoPro Hero 7. The stabilization is incredible. The usability of it, the interface of it to be able to turn it sideways, to turn it in like Instagram story mode. The color of it, the ability for us to work with the footage and color correct it like instantly, it all of a sudden looks like a lot of those GoPro videos that you wanted to make for years but never could because that's not how GoPro footage actually looked in real life. Now it does. GoPro Hero 7. Whew, amazing. Fourth thing that I really like, and this might drive a lot of you crazy because they are a sponsored product, and it's kind of a niche-y sponsored product, not something super well known, but SP2 Life, the frozen spirulina. I'm gonna say it now, I've said it a zillion times. I was so incredibly skeptical of this that I turned them down several times, like, I don't wanna try it. And they're like, listen, just let us send it out, you can throw it away if you want, but you know what, just commit to taking 2 pods a day for a while. Taking 2 pods a day for a while, all of a sudden my performance started going up and up and up and up and up, and I started seeing other people that were independently saying the exact same thing. I am sold. SP2 Life, they do support us, so thank you, SP2 Life, for doing that. And I recognize that it's really expensive and it's a pain in the ass to ship, but it's legitimate. If you got the money for it, if you are interested in upping your iron, your ferret, and your B12 levels naturally from a healthy standpoint with a plant-based source, getting some protein and potentially performing a little bit better, I can't recommend it enough. I dig it. Next is the sponsor of the podcast. Shout out to Spork's Sport Socks. I saw Lucy Charles wearing these on Instagram and I was like, I hope that they have these for men. These look really cool. Reached out to Sporks. They now sponsor the podcast and they are the only socks that I wear. Why am I so gaga about socks? Well, number one, they have cycling specific socks, a little bit thinner. Number 2, they have running specific socks, a little bit thicker so you don't wear holes in your cycling socks. Number 3, just enough compression that it's slightly hard to put on, but not like Number 4, there is so many cool designs. Pineapples and super cool colors and bananas and I heart try. Like, these socks are exactly what I want. I like loud colors. You know I like loud colors, but they also perform well and last super long, and they're not crazy overpriced. So I'm a big fan of Spork socks. I never thought I'd be gaga about socks, but I like these socks. The 6th thing that I am pretty gaga over is that. The Oura sleep and heart rate and activity tracking ring. Why am I gaga about this? Well, it's not because I think that it performs amazingly. It actually has quite a bit of quirks that, if I haven't done it already, I'm going to do a video on this. But there are some quirks, like if you take a nap in the afternoon, all of a sudden it thinks that you've gone to sleep for the rest of the night, but then because you're awake for 4 or 5 hours after your nap, it's like, oh, you had a terrible sleep last night because you're awake for 4 or 5 hours. They can work out these bugs. But the reason that I like it is because it is a completely unobtrusive way to start optimizing things like heart rate variability and sleep. And just by having a method of looking back and instantly seeing the quality of your sleep, I have seen consistently over the time that I've been using this that my sleep has progressively got better and better and better and better. And that is going to be one of the best possible things that I can do for my triathlon performance, overall physical and mental and emotional health. And then the 7th and final thing, that this was legitimately surprising, it's another sponsor, it is my Scotty gear. Now, why is it so surprising? Like, it's just a kit, is what you say, Taren. Well, number 1, kits are nice. They look really good. They're not like the most unbelievable, oh my God, like amazing kits that have ever been designed in the history of time. I think they're nice kits. But what happened was, early in the year, they contacted me and they said, Taren, have you ever tried Scotty kits? And I was like, no, I haven't. Are you interested in trying them? I'm like, I don't know, a kit's a kit, right? And they're like, I think let's just send you out a kit so you can see the difference. I was like, whatever, I've heard this from a lot of companies. Well, it came out, and all the different panels that they've got that wick moisture away in certain areas and keep like UV rays off of you in certain areas, allow you to breathe in certain areas, keep you compressed in certain areas, but be light and nimble in other areas, not have sausage legs down at the sausage leg area, have a chamois that is enormous without feeling bunchy, and some of the things that they do, like we did a kit giveaway, and they're just good people because the person that won the kit giveaway, he ended up talking to the people at Scotty and just kind of telling them a story about why he was racing, and it got out that he was racing for a passed away brother. Well, they customized the kit that he won with that information on it and donated to the cause that this guy was raising money for, all without me even knowing it. So that was like, it's just nice to be associated with nice people. And they make nice stuff on top of it. So Scotty was a very awesome partner to have this year. Now I want to thank all of the partners that have supported us throughout the year. So I don't want to forget to mention them. The ones that haven't been mentioned, I want to thank Rapid Reboot. If you are a Team Trainiac member, you can get a discount on Rapid Reboot. Four Sigmatic, they've sponsored the podcast for 2018 and they're continuing to sponsor in 2019. If you want 15% off Four Sigmatic, go to foursigmatic.com/triathlon Taren and use the coupon code triathlon Taren at checkout, get yourself 15% off. New Wave Swim Boy, they have sponsored the podcast. That was a real shocker. I didn't think I'd like that, but they sponsored the podcast, and I really dig the fact that boats all of a sudden are a long way away from me when I'm swimming in the Red River. That was a very nice surprise. And then finally, Solstar. That is the carbon fiber insoles that sponsor the podcast, and they've been pretty incredible. The fact that instantly I put them in, and even in the off season, I was putting out 2018 peak power averages while I was unfit. I am very much looking forward to seeing what my power numbers are going to be in 2019. It's going to be a good year. Thanks to everyone for following and basically watching, because it's what allows me to bridge that gap and let you know what products come in, which ones I do recommend and are worth your time. So thank you for a great year. Thank you to all the supportive sponsors of this whole Team Trainiac business, and make sure you're subscribed. It's going to be a great 2019. Later, Trainiacs.